hope you didn't wear your claps out for the evening. That was one long continuous clap there. Well, good evening and welcome to our Senior Honors and Awards Night. My name is Steve Wolf and I'm the building principal here at Oxford High School. I want to thank our students and our parents for dedicating your time tonight and helping us recognize all the outstanding work of our seniors from the graduating class of 2022. I am absolutely honored to be here with you tonight, recognizing the outstanding work of our young men and women. We're going to begin the evening first with the national anthem, so I would like to invite up to the stage the very talented Ella Piesheimer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was unbelievable. Thanks, Ella. Before we begin the ceremony, I would like to take a moment of silence for the students and staff members who were injured on November 30th. And this also includes the 4 students who were taken from us during that tragic day, which includes Madison Baldwin, Hannah St. Juliana, Justin Schilling, and Tate Meir. Two of our students who are no longer with us were seniors, and because of their outstanding accomplishments, they would have been present with us this evening. First, we would like to honor Madison Baldwin. Madison was always a bright light, and her smile and laugh were beautifully contagious. Madison carried herself with a positive and radiant energy that everyone could feel when she walked into the room. Her studies were important to her, and she aimed for excellence in everything that she did. Her plans were to graduate high school with all A's and attend college to become a behavioral analyst and to study neuroscience. And she most definitely held all A's during her last semester here, and we have absolutely no doubt she was on the path to do some incredible things in her life. Madison was also a gifted artist who loved to draw, take photographs, and creatively write. She was an incredibly well-rounded young lady. Tonight, we would like to honor Madison Baldwin as graduating summa cum laude. Madison also transferred to OHS this year as a National Honor Society member, which we are also going to be recognizing tonight. Madison's family will be receiving her Gold Honors Cord and NHS Stole on Thursday at our commencement ceremony, along with her cap, gown, and diploma. Please take a moment to give a round of applause for our very special student. Next, we would like to honor Justin Schilling. Justin will always be remembered by his amazing work ethic and continuous drive to do the very best that he could. It was through his strong determination that Justin was able to succeed on so many different levels. Justin always looked wide-eyed at the future and was eager to get out and make a difference. Justin lived by the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Justin's smile and laugh were also contagious, and his sense of humor and wit were epic. Justin worked incredibly hard and took great pride in all that he achieved, including student council, his baccalaureate status, being a web leader at OMS, a freshman link mentor at OHS, and a varsity lettered athlete. Tonight, we would like to honor Justin Schilling as top scholar, National Honor Society member, a member of our International Baccalaureate Diploma Program cohort, and as earning a seal of biliteracy. Justin's family will be receiving his Gold Honors Cord, his Top Scholar Medal, his NHS Stole, and his Diploma Program Stole on Thursday, along with his cap, gown, and diploma at our commencement ceremony. Please give a round of applause for the very special. We're going to begin with our Department of Work. Before we do that, I'd like to introduce some other staff members present here with us. First, our Assistant Principal, Christy Gibson Marshall. Our Assistant Principal, Mr. Kurt Noose. I want to recognize our counseling team, which includes Stephanie Breivik, Binkley, and our new counselors joining us this evening, Charles Jergler, Mike Brennan, and Kristen Glass. I want to thank John Schmidt and Brian Brandenberry for helping to set up the Performing Arts Center and get everything situated for us tonight. They put on and coordinate everything that takes place in this space, and so please give them an enormous round of applause. And last but not least, the ladies who really put this on and organize everything this evening. They do all the heavy lifting and all the coordinating, and that includes Miss Kendria Schenfeld and Elena Weber. They are our administrative assistants in counseling, and not just on an evening like tonight, but on most days we don't know what we would do without you guys. Now we're going to move into our department awards, and leading us off is our English Language Arts PLC leader, Mrs. Melissa Gibbons.
Good evening. On behalf of the English Department, it is my great honor to present our award to Peyton Fitzpatrick. exuded positivity and fun in the ELA classroom. She enrolled in IB English, a 2-year course, as part of the IB diploma program. Daily, Peyton brought a sense of maturity, genuine curiosity, exceptional creativity, and unyielding integrity to her studies of literature and her discourse with her peers. Her love for learning, her strong work ethic, and the personal warmth she brought to the classroom are all qualities to be admired. Thank you, Peyton. I now introduce Mrs. Nikki Barnett with the Mathematics Award.
Good evening. All right, at this point, I'm going to announce the Math Award, and that is to Zach Zmuda. All right, well, Zach, I personally had the pleasure of teaching Zach these last 2 years. Not only is he a fabulous mathematician, but he's also a ray of sunshine. He's never not smiling and always exits class with a, "Have a good day, Miss Barnett." So Zach, thank you for always working hard and bringing your optimism to class every day. And at this point, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jason Eldridge, presenting the Science Award.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of awarding our Science Department Award to David Burian. I've never had the pleasure of having David in class, so I got a few quotes from some of his teachers. This one comes from Mr. Yinger. He is an exceptional young man with a love for language. I've always appreciated his desire to find an old word, dust it off, give it new life, and find a use for it in the common vernacular. He's also very kind, considerate, and color coordinated. Insert smile emoji. This one came from Miss Rambo. Not only is he smart, but also kind and funny. He's curious and always wants to know more, or what if. And from Miss Howell, he's a very curious student who went above and beyond to help the students in his class. His positive attitude and kindness make him an extremely approachable and natural leader in the classroom. Thank you, David. And I'd like to welcome Miss Amy Stevens to give the World Language Award.
Buenas noches, ni hao, and I'm waving for all of our ASL friends. It is my honor to represent the World Language Department tonight. Up first is our American Sign Language Senior Award. Goes to a student who displays outstanding performance and devotion to learning ASL and deaf culture. The ASL Senior Award goes to Mallory Silfman. Congratulations, Mallory. I'll make sure she gets that. Next, the Chinese Senior Award goes to a student whose passion, perseverance, and outstanding achievement in Chinese language learning is displayed daily. The Chinese Senior Award goes to Martha Wolf. Bon Shi. I'm 0 for 2, uh-oh. Now for us, oh, I'm sorry, Martha, I didn't see you. I'm so sorry. Wait, can she use that? Okay. Well, congratulations, Martha. And finally, for our Spanish award, this student has been a dedicated Spanish student studying Spanish all the way through school, including both our IB and AP program. She was the president of Spanish Club for 2 years running. She has a great grasp of the language, and although quiet, will surprise you with her Spanish ability. Thank you to Emma for always being a dedicated and excellent Spanish student. I am proud to award the Spanish Senior Award to Emma Smiley. Felicidades. And up next is Ms. Lauren Trzynski to award the Individuals and Societies Department Award.
The Individuals in Society's team has chosen to honor 2 outstanding seniors for the graduating class of 2022. We are proud to give Natalie Schiller and Peyton Fitzpatrick the Social Studies Department Awards for the year. Natalie is a dedicated and thoughtful student of the social sciences. She's taken and received A's, for who's keeping track, in every single advanced placement social studies class that OHS offers. She's engaged, passionate, and constantly seeking ways to improve her community. Natalie also serves as the NHS president and as varsity athlete. She will be attending Hope College in the fall to major in political science and business. Peyton is a full international baccalaureate diploma candidate who embodies what it means to be a well-rounded and global student. She's excelled in her coursework and is hardworking and genuine. Peyton will be attending UCLA in the fall to study sociology. Rest assured that we'll see big things in the future from both of these women. In addition to these impressive academic accomplishments, both Natalie and Peyton have spent their personal time since November advocating and organizing for common sense gun reform in Michigan. They've spoken and debated with friends, attended rallies, and met with elected representatives locally and in Lansing to be a voice for Oxford during an unimaginable time. If our expectation is to raise students to be principled risk takers, we should be incredibly proud of the work they are already doing to find their voices. I want to bring up Jim Gibbons to give the Performing Arts Awards.
Lori, I'm going to knock those over. Good evening. Before I present the awards that I'm up here to give out, I just want to say, as both someone who's been honored to be a teacher of the class of 2022, but also who's been a parent of 2 students in here, just want to say congratulations. It's been wonderful to be with you these last 13 years. So thank you. Since its inauguration in 1954, the John Philip Sousa Band Award has been given to thousands of outstanding high school band students for superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, and loyalty. The Sousa Award is the most prestigious award for high school band students. This year's winner served as our drum major this year. She's a 3-year member of the Wind Ensemble, which is our top concert ensemble. She was a member of the pit orchestra for our musical for 2 years. She was a mentor, playing in multiple bands so that she could help lead our young students come in. And as Mr. Hill, one of the other band directors, said, she is always there to provide assistance wherever assistance was needed. And she also happens to be my daughter. Not that that had anything to do with this award. So this year's John Philip Sousa Band Award goes to Hannah Gibbons. Always have to be dad. I'm also up here to present the Orchestra Award. Unfortunately, Mrs. Weller was unable to be here tonight. She asked me to stand in, so I'm not reading text, I'm reading her text about this award. The National School Orchestra Award is the most prestigious award that a high school orchestra director can give a student. It is for a student that demonstrates excellence in musicianship, character, dedication, and passion. This year's winner has worked tirelessly since her freshman year to improve her craft and represent the Oxford orchestras with excellence. I have no doubt that next year she will represent Oxford well as she pursues a career in music education with her studies at Central Michigan University. This year's National School Orchestra Award goes to Zoe Beaumont. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce the person responsible for the yearbook award, my wife, Melissa Gibbons.
Okay, the yearbook award, if I could have Kirsten Gerke and Esme Rhoda up here, please. So this is on behalf of Mr. Edwards. Both of these young ladies have demonstrated an amazing degree of dedication to producing quality yearbooks over the past 4 years. This year, serving as co-editors-in-chief, they have mentored a group of 23 students, leading by example and setting high expectations. Their collaborative efforts have produced a unique and meaningful theme this year. As we restarted our school year, these young ladies doubled down on their determination and focus, inspiring the yearbook staff to rise up to the challenge of documenting the Wildcat pride that has been on display since we reclaimed this building. It is my honor, as well as the rest of the departments, to work with these two ladies, and those who will follow have big shoes to fill. Kirsten Erke and Esme Rhoda. And now I introduce Mr. Chaz Millard for the CTE Award.
Not knowing what I was going to say tonight, I had to write it down beforehand, so bear with me for a moment. Every year, the Career and Technical Education Department provides students opportunities beyond the traditional classroom experience. Students work on developing skills that reflect what they will be doing both in industry, technically, and interpersonally. Some students go above and beyond and reflect what CTE strives to accomplish. This year, the department was proud to have selected 3 such individuals that have met this criteria. And they are Preston Cutler, Carson Wolf, and Zay Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. Millard. Now I would like to bring up to the podium Mr. Mark Supley, who is our Oxford Schools Early College Coordinator and Counselor. He's going to help recognize our Oxford Schools Early College Student Award.
Hello. So we are going to recognize our 2022 OSEC cohort. So if you are an OSEC cohort student, please stand and come to the front. So as they come up, they're going to go see Miss Matthew, who is one of our mentors. She is going to present them their stole. And so for those of you who don't know, the OSEC program is Oxford Schools Early College. So these students are completing their 4th year right now, and they have all earned at least 1 year's worth of college so far. I think almost all of them came. That's awesome. Sorry, I hit the focus to say that.
Hi again. I wanted to leave you in suspense to see what was happening next. next. So I am Nikki Barnett, and I'm also the IB diploma coordinator. So at this time, all of you that are full diploma candidates, if you guys could come on up. And as they're making their way up here, in case you're unfamiliar, the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program is the pinnacle of an IB education. These students who now stand before you have elected to complete our most rigorous coursework. They have performed numerous service learning activities and have written high-level research papers over these previous, very emotionally challenging 2 years. The fact that they are on this stage as diploma program completers is a testament to their hard work and dedication. And seeing them at work on a daily basis, I continue to be in awe of their combination of talents and work ethic. While over 300 individual students have taken IB DP courses this year, these are the 10 students who have taken an IB class in every subject area and have completed all requirements to remain eligible to receive the prestigious International Baccalaureate Diploma. In past years, our IB diploma students have gone on to such universities as Michigan Tech, the University of Michigan, Michigan State, NYU, Duke, Johns Hopkins, USC, Syracuse, and the list goes on. This year's cohort continues that esteemed tradition of excellence and will attend schools including the University of Michigan, Michigan State, Oakland, UCLA. We look forward to what lies ahead for them and encourage them to return and share their stories of success in the near and distant future. With that said, here are your class of 2022 IB diploma candidates. Abby Allian, Jack Brown, Barrett Gelada, Camilla Eastlick, Peyton Fitzpatrick, Andrew Hazelton, Summer Locke, Patrice Myers, Ava Wilson, and our funny, curly-haired comedian who will always remain in our hearts, Justin Schilling.
We are very much honored to have members of the U.S. military here today to present their awards. Tonight, we have representative of the U.S. Marine Corps to present their student awards. Please welcome Sergeant Jurgat.
Good evening, and thank you for having us here. Can I have Tony Hatsagora and Martha R. Wolf please come on? My pleasure. So this award is the Scholastic Excellence Award. It's for those in every school that reinforce the tough and smart image of the Marine Corps and broadens the base of contacts throughout the school. This award recognizes noteworthy academic achievement and leadership excellence. These students are role models and leaders of their peers. Congratulations. The next one, Brady Carpenter and Kylie Osage. So the Distinguished Athlete Award recognizes the contribution of students who have distinguished themselves in a particular sport. One must demonstrate strength of mind, body, and spirit. A student athlete who demonstrates those physical attributes that are the hallmarks of a Marine: discipline, stamina, intestinal fortitude, and dedication. Congratulations. And Siren Grabowski and Madison Hunley, please come up. The Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence recognizes the contributions of the students who have distinguished themselves in music. This award represents the pursuit of excellence in one's chosen craft, which takes tremendous discipline and dedication. a student musician who demonstrates the dedication, attention to detail, technical skills that are the hallmarks of the Marine Corps music program. These students conquer the challenges of high school music while embodying the Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. Congratulations. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Mandy Jarrett and Andrea London, who will be recognizing our foreign exchange students.
Good evening. Thank you for having us here tonight. I would like to call up Maddie Elinari and Carmela Torres Acosta. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody again for having us here. Thank you to the coordinator of the student, Mandy Jarrett, for all of her support. I'm the regional director of the program. Thank you to all the students, all the peers, all the people who have supported Maddie and Carmela during this program. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous because this is a lot to come here. Thank you to the host families, especially the Carson and Hillary family for their support for hosting these two girls. And then also thank you to all the teachers and administration for your support during the program for the students. This award selection that we give out is usually only awarded to one student each year. The selection is based on many different things, determined based on a lot of things go into it, and a lot of people vote on this award. And it's usually only one student out of 1,500 students gets this award. And these awards are given to both Maddie and Carmela this year. So the awards were given based on their courage, persistence, positivity, determination, and to successfully complete the goals they established when they decided to come on this program for the year. Coming from Spain and Italy was a big step for them, and they decided to stick it out under difficult circumstances. Again, thanks to all the students' peers, all the staff, to their parents in Spain and Italy, and to Mandy for all of her support during this hard time. I know that these girls will take home one thing, what American community is, and then also what Oxford Strong means. So thank you to all the Oxford community and everybody here, and congratulations to the class of 2022.
And now to present the Daughters of the American Revolution Citizenship Award, please welcome up to the stage Mrs. Deborah Mick and Mrs. Catherine Eschenberg.
Good evening. As he mentioned, I am Debbie Mick. I am the Good Citizen Chairperson and Historian for the John Crawford chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And with me this evening is our chapter regent, Catherine Eschenberg. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Daughters of the American Revolution, just in case you're not quite familiar with who we are. I'm trying to keep this stuff from falling off here. The DAR is one of the largest women's lineage-based patriotic nonprofits in the world. With 185,000 members and approximately 3,000 local chapters in the United States and abroad. Since our founding in 1890, over 1 million members have carried out our mission. That mission is to promote historic preservation, education, and patriotism. We are an organization both steeped in history and forward-thinking, a vibrant service organization recognized around the world. The women who make up our membership are varied and come from all walks of life, yet we share a common bond of tracing our ancestry back to those who helped gain our nation's independence. We are committed to honoring our nation's past by serving our communities today. Our vision is to inspire more people to recognize those who gained our nation's independence and to connect with history themselves through DAR service projects. Although our founding principles remain true today, the DAR has evolved to accommodate today's women and serve contemporary communities domestically and abroad. As I mentioned, we're from the John Crawford chapter. To tell you a little bit about us, this chapter was organized on February 5th, 1918 by Dr. Aileen Betty's Corbett. There were 20 charter members, 6 of whom were direct descendants of Revolutionary War soldier John Crawford. He served in the New York militia. Dr. Corbett was born October 25th, 1877. She was a member of the first graduating class of Oxford High School in 1893. She graduated from the University of Michigan Medical School in 1902. If you have your chronological correct, you'll understand she couldn't even vote. She married Dr. Robert Corbett in October of 1902 as well, and they moved after a short stint in Iowa to downtown Oxford, where they remained. Their home at 113 Washington Street is still there. Always a volunteer and community activist, Dr. Corbett was a member at large of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution when she started the local John Crawford chapter. Dr. Corbett died in 1937 and is buried in Oxford Township Cemetery on Burdick Street. Today, her legacy lives on in the 30-plus members of the current John Crawford chapter. So now a little bit about why we're here tonight. Each year we present the DAR Good Citizen Award to a high school senior from each of our area schools: Almont, Dryden, Imlay City, Lake Orion, and Oxford. These seniors are selected by the school administrators and faculty on the basis of exhibiting the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. The selected students submit an essay about a given topic, which is judged, and our area winner's essay is forwarded to the Michigan DAR, the state, for consideration for scholarship. This year, our area winner was from Lake Orion High School. However, it's an honor for every student who was chosen to participate. The essay question this year was, how do the qualities of good citizenship, dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism help support our nation? The 2022 Oxford High School Good Citizen Award winner is McKenna Marie Preskora. Is an excerpt from McKenna's essay. Fundamentals support the origin of our nation. America is the land of the free, the melting pot of the world, the place to achieve one's American dream. Good citizenship is the privilege to embody our founding fathers' dreams. McKenna, we'd like to present to you the certificate from the Daughters of the American Revolution, the John Crawford chapter. For you, we also have a pen, which I will take out of the top of the box. We've got all kinds of goodies here. And on this pen, I'll let you hold it, and I'll tell you just a little bit about it. The rim, you see 13 stars. They represent the 13 original colonies. The band of blue enamel identifies it with our society, and the qualities of good character which we emphasize, dependability, service, leadership, patriotism, are titles of 4 books in the center suggesting school days. And then circling these is the laurel wreath of honor, and behind them the torch of understanding. I'll give you a paper that will tell you about that. We also have a banner for you to use any way that you would like to, for your open house. I don't like to hang a light over your head. And there's also a keychain. We have a little gift bag here. It has an Amazon gift card, and it has a keychain in it. And that's one right out here. We'll see if I can get through this one. Behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah and Catherine. The next portion of our evening is where we have our local Oxford community members recognize students with scholarships based on criteria set by each organization, business, or family sponsoring the scholarship. Would first like to welcome up to the stage the American Legion Scholarships with Commander Rick Moorhead, Chairperson Sarah Eisenhart, and Trustee Sandra Moorhead.
Good evening. As stated, we represent the American Legion family of Oxford, which includes the Ladies Auxiliary, the American Veterans, the Legion Riders, American Legion Sons, the Ladies Auxiliary Juniors, and our scouting troops. Most folks regard the American Legion as a military veterans organization for the benefit of veterans, but that is further from the truth. We do much for our community. We support athletic teams. We participate in local parades and ceremonies. We sponsor Christmas parties, Easter parties, Halloween parties for the youth. We have attended both middle school and high school for a sit-down session where the students could ask straightforward questions that were on their minds of veterans. We have the second largest museum in the state of Michigan, which we've had busloads of elementary kids from Lake Orion and Oxford and other communities come and visit, and plus they get to sit down one-on-one with a veteran to ask questions that are on their minds. As long as I can remember, the American Legion family has sponsored scholarships for worthy students. Then the COVID came along, and along with other situations, this thing kind of died and fizzled for a little while, and we're trying to redirect it and get it back on board. This year's award, sponsored by the Legion family, is in honor of Helen Smith. I'm sure there's a lot of folks here that know who Helen Smith is. She was a pillar of this school and the liaison between Oxford High School and the American Legion. We had quite a few applications, and it was very challenging because we're not as fortunate as you folks in personally knowing the students. So we had our battles, and in the second meeting I brought boxing gloves and popcorn. So, you know, either we could do it peacefully or whatever. But anyway, it came down to nobody was happy, so we decided to give 2 scholarships this year. So with that being said, we'd like to present those at this time. Jackson Keene, Jackson Keene. Thank you.
Next, presenting the Pioneer State Mutual Insurance Scholarship is Mr. Isaac Whitney.
Good evening. My name is Isaac Whitney. I represent Pioneer State Mutual and Community Insurance Center. This scholarship is presented to Aaliyah Vu. It's my pleasure to congratulate you as the winner of the 2022 Pioneer State Mutual Insurance Company Community Insurance Center Merit Scholarship. We found your achievement exemplary, and we're happy to present this to you. Congratulations.
Next is our Flint Corvette Club Scholarship, being presented by Mrs. Joanne Horton and Mr. Gary Drago.
I'm going to grab the mic. Okay. This is our first time doing this at Oxford. I'm Gary Drago, this is Joanne Horton. We represent the Flint Corvette Club. That's an organization that's been around since 1967. And I was president of the club for about 18 years and just recently got retired. But we came up with this idea to do this for the Oxford students. Now, I've previously served on the advisory board at 2 colleges for the past 25 years. And I've looked at a lot of resumes, and I've looked at, a lot of students and their academic records and things like that over the years. And I thought when Joanne came up with this idea that this was going to be a cakewalk. And then we got the applications. And I thought to myself, now how do you pick a shining star out of a burst of students like this? It's incredible the students and their academic records that have come from this high school. Totally impressed. And that made it the choosing of a person very, very difficult. But I got to tell you guys that, this is just a stellar group of students in this, and I congratulate all you guys here. Just a fantastic thing. So, with that, with a lot of deliberation and really a lot of soul searching and looking over these applications several times, we selected Kennedy Conkle. And congratulations. Very, very proud. I want to congratulate her since she's really a terrific student, but I've got a feeling that everybody here is just as terrific. Thank you very much.
Next, presenting the Genesis Community Pride Scholarship, Miss Amy Desatel, Mr. Dan Bukowski, Mrs. Teresa Noen, and Mrs. Jordan Cattell.
So we're going to actually call the students up first. Kennedy Conkle. Mackenzie Lowry. Luke Farwell. And
So this is a new scholarship this year. Genesis Credit Union, in partnership with the Oxford Chamber, the scholarship is Community Pride. So we wanted to give the students a voice to talk about what does the Oxford community mean to them. We allowed the students to submit applications in any format. They could submit, they could write, they could submit artwork, they could sing, videos, dance, they could talk to us in whatever meaning was most important to them. And so we want to thank all of the students that submitted the applications. It was really, it was outstanding to hear what the Oxford students, how they feel about their community. And we especially want to thank the students that we selected as the winners. So.
Next up, we have Addison Township Firefighter Scholarship with Fire Chief Jerry Morosky and Captain W. Ripito.
Good evening, everybody. We've been doing this scholarship now for 4 years in a row. Last year, it was always called the Addison Township. It's a scholarship through our association. Last year, just over last year, we lost Sergeant Chuck Johnson to COVID. So in honor of Chuck Johnson, we've renamed the scholarship fund to the Chuck Johnson Scholarship Fund. So on behalf of the Addison Township Fire Department, we would like to honor Maya Spiz to come up. Maya's been working very, very hard on her EMT program. Today, she actually graduated today. Today was her last day of the EMT program. Last Monday, I was one of the patients that she had to bandage up for the EMT program. I can walk. So we want to thank Maya for all of her hard work and all of her dedication that she's put into. Her next step will be to take her EMT National Registry test. And once she passes that and she turns 18, she'll be a licensed EMT, Emergency Medical Technician. Thank you very much.
I'd like to invite to today's stage, representing the Oxford Lions Club Scholarship, Mr. Ron Wood.
Good evening. I'll be announcing our two selections this year for our Randy Moreau Community Service Memorial Scholarship. That's all it is. But anyhow, we had, just like the other organizations, we had a number of excellent candidates, and the committee had a tough time narrowing down to the two. But our two selection, and once the two candidates come up, I'll just give one comment on each one why the committee selected those individuals. First selection was Kennedy Gorda Conco. Icky. The committee wanted me to share the information with Kennedy. As most of you probably know, one of the big organizations that the Lions, not only in this state but across the country, support is Leader Dog. And in Kennedy's application, she indicated that she and her family had raised 3 applicants to become leader dogs. And through that process, one of them actually was made the grade, so to speak, and was chosen as a leader dog. And that leader dog is now servicing an individual in the community of Detroit. Right. And then on Jenna, One of the things that caught the committee's eye was that Jenna and one of her classmates was involved in a menstrual product drive during your tenure here, and they spent the last couple of years servicing the women's restrooms to make sure those products were kept up. So, congratulations.
Next up, we have the Oxford Rotary Club Scholarship with Mr. Jim Titchener.
Good evening. I'm Jim Titchener, president of the Oxford Rotary, an organization that brings together businessmen, women to service our local community and the world. Projects include Christmas luncheon. If you've been here for the luncheon, it's always a good time, and the school does a great job preparing food and having music to go with it. It's very nice. Scholarships are things that we're involved in, and we're also involved in smoke alarms. We contribute towards smoke alarms that are taken care of by the fire department. Some new things coming along. We've done things that relate to polio. If you've seen any of the publications on polio and what Rotary has done, polio was almost a thing of the past, but I think there's some other things that are going on. But really, in this area, we don't have anything a lot to talk about. We have 2 scholarships that we are placing, and we are happy to have selected 2 good people. Our first recipient is described by his teachers as a very compassionate, hardworking, empathetic student who goes out of his way to help anyone, whether marching on the field, practicing with his startup band, or encouraging his theater teammates. You can see how much he cares and enjoys helping others. One word that has been really instrumental for me is mentoring, and I've looked back on my life and I realized that there have been some really significant people in my life, and I'm really thankful that people like him, this new scholarship for Henry Foster is really significant. Henry has overcome many obstacles, challenges, which he says has prepared him to understand the challenges of others and guide them. And music is his saving grace. He has volunteered at the Oxford Library, helped with a summer reading program, and now works as a page at the Oxford Library. We are very pleased to announce the award to Henry Foster. We have the second one. I'm looking at my notes, and I almost swore that I wouldn't read because I spent my career in sales, and when I ever got into trying to read and talk, somebody will ask me a question and I'm like dead in the water. So that's not my thrill. Our second recipient is a visionary who has had the vision to have music department offer a music theory class. Only problem is that he had to find enough students to be willing to participate. He asked many to step out of their comfort zone and try to be successful. co-eds and Eagles. He also became the Eagle Scout. As projects showed his love for music, he designed and made a xylophone for the kids for the local park to experiment with music. He said if the experiment was good in music, that other people would maybe follow along that line. He has a passion for music, being in the marching band, symphonic band, garage band, jazz band, high school musical and teacher, electric brass to a friend. He will pursue his study in music at Belmont University. Our second scholarship goes to Andrew Cobble.
For our next award, we have the Oxford Women's Club Scholarship with Miss Barbara Kreigel and Miss Hannah Rhodes.
Good evening. Hannah and I'm Pam Brooks, not Barbara. We are representing the Women's Club tonight, who are going to be marking their 90th anniversary this summer. We are going to have a joint celebration with the Pollyann Trail, who are celebrating their 25th year here in Oxford. We are both so proud to represent this community of Oxford, which has come together so valiantly in the face of the most difficult of circumstances in the last 6 months. Although we acknowledge only 6 students tonight as our Oxford Women's Club Scholarship recipients, we really want to honor the entire student body and staff for the bravery that they have shown in so many ways during the year. I have a short quote that I found that just spoke to this time. There is going to be some very painful moments in your life that will change you, but let them make you stronger, smarter, and kinder. But don't go and become someone that you're not. Cry, scream if you have to, but then straighten that crown and keep moving. I'm going to introduce our 6 recipients now. We did have a short reception for them and their parents last week. So first is Gina Bidkowski. Evelyn Kelso. Elizabeth Lyon. Our lovely soloist tonight, Ella Simon. Kaylee Welchick. And Martha Rose Wolf. Thank you.
For our Daniel Oxford Elementary School Alumni Scholarship, Mrs. Katie Horton.
Every year, Daniel Oxford Elementary and Oxford Elementary PTO selects a student who submits an application to us with a couple of things. We ask for them to explain their experience through their elementary school years, as well as how they're making an impact in their community. And this person that was selected this year talked to us about her wonderful elementary days and how it brought her joy in volleyball and book club, and how Mrs. Lawler, Mrs. Kuzner, and Mr. Boyd made such an impact in her life. She also went on to let us know that she was a part of Kylie Strong with her friend Kylie and her volleyball team and all of that. So our selection this year is Kaylee Weltic.
Next, we have the Lone Ranger Scholarship, presented by Mr. Jason Eldridge.
Thank you for putting the microphone at the right height for me. Short jumps. Thank you again. Now I have the opportunity of awarding our Lone Ranger Scholarship. This is an annual award given to an OHS graduate who is a resident of the Oxford School District. The person selected will be based upon their actions, activities, and essentially lifestyle, which are based and consistent with the values of the historic Lone Ranger character. This year, the committee will actually be awarding 2 students the award, and those will be Gavin Green and Carly Boyd.
I'd like to invite back to the podium Mr. Jim Gibbons, presenting the Lewis Wilson Scholarship.
The Lou Wilson Scholarship is named for one of my predecessors in the music department. Lou was a longtime choir and band director and then turned counselor for Oxford High School. And when Lou retired, a group of alumni, his students who were greatly impacted by his teaching, decided to get together and name a scholarship in his honor, which we presented for the last several years to a student who's going to pursue music in college. And this year, our recipient, who went through an interview and audition process, we're proud to announce, and who will be majoring in music education at Central Michigan University, is Zoe Beaumont.
Presenting the Oxford Education Association Scholarship, Ms. Andrea Shallett.
Hello, I'm here as the Vice President of the Oxford Education Association. The OEA Scholarship is awarded to the person or persons that show academic achievement, commitment to school or community activities, and will be majoring in the field of education. This year we have awarded the scholarship to 2 recipients. The first recipient of the scholarship is Brady Carpenter. And the second recipient of the scholarship is Hannah Gibbons.
Next up, presenting the Lauren Yankee Memorial Golf Scholarship, Mr. and Mrs. Yankee.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Yankee, and this is my husband, Eric. In December of 2020, we lost Lauren. She passed away unexpectedly. She was a proud Wildcat and found her love of playing golf at Oxford for the girls' golf team. It earned her a scholarship to play at Adrian. We created the Lauren Yankee Memorial and have an amazing golf outing in the spring. This was our second outing. Last year, we gave away 6 scholarships, and we are doing the same thing this year to honor Lauren, our daughter. And the scholarships go to Sophie Conson, Tori Evans, Ava Gruel, Isabel Kunkowski, and Ryan Bakowitz.
Presenting the James Jamie Charles Scholarship, Miss Christy Gibson Marshall.
I know your program reads that Jason Eldridge was going to give this scholarship, but with the kindness of heart, I ripped it out of his hands. Because Jamie's mom was a colleague of mine here at the high school, so I wanted to be able to present this, and I also am excited to give it to the recipient as well. This scholarship was created by the Charles family, school, and friends of Jamie Charles, who died in 2002. This scholarship recognizes good attitude, citizenship, community involvement, friendship, and sportsmanship by a graduating senior at Oxford High School. This year's Jamie Charles Award goes to Jack Brown.
Now for our first-time scholarship, we have Nora's Bridal Scholarship, presented by Mrs. Nikki Barnett.
This student was selected as the recipient of the Nora's Bridal Scholarship due to her entrepreneurial spirit. As a small business ourselves, we appreciated hearing about her future plans to open her own business in fitness and nutrition after pursuing an education at Northwood University. This, combined with her dedication to community service, perseverance, and commitment to being a positive influence in the lives of others, will help her achieve her goals. We hope the scholarship will take her one step closer to making her dreams a reality. Congratulations, Carly Boyd.
Presenting the Stephen J. Mobley Scholarship, Mr. Mark Suckley.
Stephen J. Mobley, entrepreneur, dedicated his life to his family and career. At the age of 16, Steve utilized the high school co-op program and found his calling at a local CNC manufacturing company. By the age of 34, Steve successfully owned and operated Morgan Machinery and now has been operating for over 20 years. The Stephen J. Mobley Scholarship Fund was established by family and friends in an effort to continue to further Steve's passion for the trades in future generations. This year, there is 2 winners. Andrew Hazelton is Cade Rushlow here? Cade Rushlow.
Presenting our last scholarship of the evening, Ms. Gibson Marshall comes back to the stage presenting the Parkland Security Scholarship.
There are several scholarships in this award. I'm going to need my old people glasses real quick for a second. The Parkland Scholarship was funded, Scholarship Fund, this is from Ann Arbor, Michigan, was established by employees of the Parkland Securities LLC from Ann Arbor. We originally created the Parkland Scholarship Fund to provide monetary educational assistance for students of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. We raise funds through various events so that we can pass these funds along to deserving students at the high school we choose each year. This year, we chose Oxford High School. We are very excited to announce that the winner of the $2,000 scholarship was given to Martha Rosewolf for her ability to pull into her writing, her ability to pull you into her writing is amazing. She's a rock star with a great outlook on life and deserves a scholarship. Congratulations. Ask the kids if I can squeeze them, and then they'll probably like, oh, do a commercial. Next, the $1,500 scholarship award goes to Carly Boyd. She has a business mindset and a heart of gold with many recommendations to vouch for her character. She also has agreed to give Ms. Gibson Marshall half of the scholarship. Just kidding. Mr. Boyd. Welcome. There are 2 $500 scholarships. One award goes to Claire Spindler. And the other to Andrew Cobble. Both individuals wrote their essays in a way that felt relatable and allowed us to connect with them through their paper. Congratulations, Claire and Andrew.
Could you please give a round of applause to our community members who sponsored local scholarships? In total, our students were awarded over $3 million in scholarships this year. At this point, we will now recognize our seniors who will graduate with academic honors. Students, please follow the instructions of Mr. Suckley. While we are waiting for our first group of honor students to arrive, I do need to tell you that Steve had to go home. Christy and I tackled him and made him go home. He is not feeling well, and he wants to make sure he is ready to go for Thursday night for our big event. So we wish him well, and we will take over for the rest of the night. I now call to the stage Mr. Jim Gibbons.
students to be recognized are students graduating with honors. They have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.30 to 3.49. Graduating with honors and receiving the Lake Erie College Founders Award and the Lake Erie College Grant, Pierce A. Clifton. Graduating with honors, member of the National Honor Society, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Butterfly Dreams intern and scholarship recipient, Autumn Evans. Graduating with honors, Marissa Haywood. Graduating with honors and an Oxford Schools early college candidate, Logan A. Hollingsworth. Graduating with honors, Haley M. Dudley. Graduating with honors, Madison V. Houck. Graduating with honors, Evan D. Kusner. Graduating with honors, Owen J. Matz. Graduating with honors, Gabriel A. Orza. Graduating with honors, Austin T. Witt. Graduating, the next group to be recognized are those graduating cum laude. They have a cumulative Not yet. Somebody's not in the right. The most disappointing award of the night.
Sorry, guys.
And there's a good news story at the end of this. And now I forget it's 8. Graduating cum laude, and these folks graduated with a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.698. Finally, Owen M. Abey. Graduating cum laude with the Oakland University Recognition Award, the Certificate of Achievement for the Introduction to Design of Sigma DFSS training through Lawrence Technological University, Ryan J. Bidlack. Graduating cum laude with the Western Michigan Academic Scholarship and the Palm Beach Atlantic University Academic Scholarship, Haley J. Boger. Graduating cum laude, Matthew E. Brown. Graduating cum laude with the Tiffin Academic Scholarship, the Tiffin Music Scholarship, and the Oxford Rotary Club Scholarship, Henry P. Foster. Graduating cum laude, Taylor N. Giuliani. Graduating cum laude and an Oxford Schools early college candidate, Alan S. Grabowski. Graduating cum laude and receiving the Arizona State University Dean's Award Scholarship, Gabriella E. Grunkmeyer. Graduating cum laude, Kayla M. Harris. Graduating cum laude, Benjamin E. Hepp. Graduating cum laude and achieving academic honors, Michael J. Jenks. Graduating cum laude with the American Legion Helen Smith Scholarship, Jackson B. Keene. Graduating cum laude, Hannah E. Kemena. Graduating cum laude, Cole R. Kennedy. Graduating cum laude, Xavier J. Kimmons. Graduating cum laude in the Baker College Regents Scholarship and the Genesis Credit Union Community Pride Scholarship, Mackenzie L. Lowry. Graduating cum laude, Brady A. Lindemood. Graduating cum laude, Peyton B. Mirren. Graduating cum laude, Angel A. Moore. Graduating cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate, Harmony D. Mosier. Graduating cum laude and with the seal of biliteracy, Eleanor H. Nunez. Graduating cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate, Alyssa M. Pusey. Graduating cum laude with the Oakland University Scholarship, Luke M. Rao. Graduating cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate and recipient of the Genesis Credit Union Community Pride Scholarship, Emma G. Riddle. Graduating cum laude, Carly J. Rodriguez. Graduating cum laude, Elise R. Roop. Our next group of students will be graduating magna cum laude. They've achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.70 to 3.849. Graduating magna cum laude, Brianna M. Barrows. Graduating magna cum laude, McKenna L. Beach. Graduating magna cum laude, Reagan J. Bell. Graduating magna cum laude, Kayla L. Buchanan. Graduating magna cum laude and recipient of the Oxford Rotary Club Scholarship, Andrew D. Cobble. Graduating magna cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate, recipient of the Cedarville University President's Scholar Award and the Oakland University Phi Theta Kappa Award, Travis S. Crawford. Graduating magna cum laude, Preston M. Coupler. Graduating magna cum laude, Blake C. Denning. Graduating magna cum laude and recipient of the West Virginia University Scholarship of Distinction, Eric C. Gerke. Graduating magna cum laude, a member of the Oxford High School Dance Conservatory, recipient of the Central Michigan University Maroon and Gold Merit Scholarship, Emma M. Gibbons. Graduating magna cum laude, recipient of the Alma College Dean Scholarship, the Alma College Alumni Award, the Alma College Distinguished Instrumental Scholarship, the State of Michigan Grant, the John Philip Sousa Award winner, and the Oxford Education Association Scholarship winner, Hannah M. Gibbons. Graduating magna cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate and an OSEC fifth-year student, Trevor K. Hiscox. Graduating magna cum laude, recipient of the Grand Valley State University Laker Scholarship and acceptance into the Grand Valley Frederick Meyer Honors College, Catalina N. Ifkowitz. Graduating magna cum laude, recipient of the Oakland University Academic Scholarship, the University of Michigan Flint Academic Scholarship, and the MHJA Hunter Jumper Horse Association Scholarship, Julia R. Lapari. Graduating magna cum laude and academic scholarship, Evan D. Love. Graduating magna cum laude, Chasen V. Meyer. Graduating magna cum laude and an honors scholarship, Jake D. Nelms. Graduating magna cum laude and a recipient of the Northwood University Freedom Scholarship, Gunnar H. Sager. Graduating magna cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate and a member of the Oxford High School Dance Conservatory, Shaylee R. Sauvé. Graduating magna cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate, Jordan L. Stamps. Graduating magna cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College Candidate, the Rochester University Academic Scholarship, Rochester University Athletic Scholarship for softball, and recipient of the Lauren Yankee Golf Scholarship, Abigail G. Witt. Graduating magna cum laude, Viviana M. Zavala. Our next group of award recipients will be graduating summa cum laude. They have received a cumulative GPA of greater than 3.85. Graduating summa cum laude, Kathleen H. Acey. Graduating summa cum laude, Ashley A. Bales. Graduating summa cum laude, member of the Dance Conservatory, recipient of the Talented Scholar Award and the College Board Opportunity Scholarship, Abigail M. Bailey. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Northwood Presidential Scholarship and the DECA Scholarship, Skylar R. Beal. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of the Central Michigan Maroon and Gold Scholarship Award, the Oxford High School National Orchestra Music Award, and the Lewis Wilson Music Scholarship, Zoe E. Beaumont. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of a soccer scholarship, the Freedom Scholarship for Merit, the Business Organization Scholarship, the Oxford Wildcat Booster Club Athletic Scholarship, the Oxford Wildcat Memorial Scholarship, the OAA Scholar Athlete Award, the Helen Smith Award, the Lone Ranger Scholarship, and Nora's Bridal Scholarship, Carly M. Boyd. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Michigan Resident Scholarship and the OJW Scholarship, Bailey M. Brunning. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Gavin L. Cowan. Graduating summa cum laude, Joseph R. Cusimano. Graduating summa cum laude, Olivia G. Dorman. Graduating summa cum laude, Noah B. Dyke. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of an academic scholarship and the OAA Scholar Athletic Award, Bryce S. Essman. Graduating summa cum laude, Meredith P. Evans. Graduating summa cum laude, an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, recipient of the CCS Scholarship, recipient of a CCS Scholastic Art Scholarship, a Regional Scholastic Gold Scholarship Award winner, and the Genesis Credit Union Community Pride Scholarship winner, Luke R. Farwell. Graduating summa cum laude, Mackenzie M. Garrett. Graduating summa cum laude with the seal of biliteracy, an Oxford Schools Early College candidate and recipient of the Semper Fidelis Marine Music Award, Kieran D. Grabowski. Graduating summa cum laude as the recipient of the Lone Ranger Scholarship, Gavin C. Green. Graduating summa cum laude and a member of the Oxford High School Dance Conservatory, and also a recipient of the Grand Canyon University President Scholarship and the Dance Performance Scholarship, Paige R. Hyler. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, member of OSAC, and recipient of the Marine Semper Fidelis Music Award, Madison L. Hunley. Graduating summa cum laude, Kirsten S. Erke. Graduating summa cum laude, Julie A. Jones. Graduating summa cum laude with the seal of biliteracy, recipient of the AAUW Scholarship with the seal of biliteracy, and also winner of the Oxford Women's Club Scholarship, Evelyn G. Kelso. Graduating summa cum laude with winner of the Lake Superior State University Board of Trustees Scholarship, the Grand Valley State University Laker Bronze Scholarship, the Lake Superior State University Board of Trustees Scholarship, and OAA Scholar Athlete, recipient of Senator Philip A. Hart Memorial Scholarship to Lake Superior State with full tuition, also recipient of the Genesis Credit Union Community Pride Scholarship, and the Oxford Lion Club Randy Moreau Community Service Scholarship, Kennedy M. Conkle. Graduating summa cum laude, Max L. LaRock. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Spring Arbor Trustee Scholarship, Jake A. Love. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, recipient of the Lawrence Tech University Presidential Scholarship and the Lawrence Tech Esports Scholarship, Zachary D. Lundy. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of an athletic scholarship from the University of Michigan Dearborn, the IGCA All-State Individual 221, MIGCA All-State Academic Team 221, and the recipient of the Lauren Yankee Golf Scholarship, Ryan P. Makowski. Graduating summa cum laude and a recipient of the Western Michigan University Bronco Merit Scholarship, Keegan J. Alanich. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Michigan State University Academic Scholarship, Gavin M. Marsden. Graduating summa cum laude, Sarah G. Paquette. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Ryan A. Patterson. Graduating summa cum laude, Kendall E. Perry. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Western Michigan University Bronco Merit Scholarship, Alexandria K. Posch. Graduating summa cum laude and recipient of the Daughters of the Revolution Citizenship Award, McKenna M. Prescora. Graduating summa cum laude with the seal of biliteracy and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, recipient of the Aquinas Merit Scholarship, the St. Catherine Scholarship, the Albert and Shirley Lewis Scholarship, an OAA Scholar Athlete, and winner of Oxford Women's Club Scholarship, Ella M. Piesheimer. Graduating summa cum laude, Abigail R. Rayburn. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Mia V. Rechko. Graduating summa cum laude, Zoe M. Rohr. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Sophia M. Champagne. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Sophia A. Sinicola. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of the Hope Distinguished Scholar Award, the Chuck Johnson Scholarship, the Addison Township Firefighters Association, and the Chuck Johnson Grant, Mia J. Spiz. Graduating summa cum laude and an Oxford Schools Early College candidate, Caden K. St. John. And our last set of recipients are awarded with Top Scholar. This is based on your cumulative GPA and scholar ranking formula. Graduating summa cum laude, Chase C. Abel. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, recipient of the Grand Valley Award for Excellence Scholarship and the Thomas Working Family Scholarship, Jacqueline E. Adema. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, Sophie J. Allen. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, Noah N. Benson. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, recipient of a Regents Merit Scholarship, the University of Michigan Grant, and the Oxford Women's Club Scholarship, Gina B. Bitkowski. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy and an international baccalaureate candidate and recipient of the James Charles Scholarship, Jack S. Brown. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy and recipient of Purdue University Academic Scholarship and a Michigan Tech Academic Scholarship, David J. Burian. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, Kayla L. Casper. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, recipient of the Oakland University Talented Scholar Award and an OAA Scholar Athlete, Benjamin T. Cruz. Graduating summa cum laude with the seal of biliteracy and an International Baccalaureate candidate, Barrett A. Delata. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, Olivia J. Drobnich. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy and an International Baccalaureate candidate, Camilla M. Eastlick. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy and an International Baccalaureate candidate, Peyton E. Fitzpatrick. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, a HOSA state champion in sports medicine, a HOSA international qualifier, recipient of the Oxford Lions Club Randy Moreau Community Service Scholarship, Jenna K. Hickey. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, William D. Kennedy. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, Marie W. LaFon. Graduating summa cum laude with the SCAD Academic Scholarship and the SCAD Achievement Scholarship, Zayden E. Marshall. Graduating summa cum laude with the seal of biliteracy, Christina M. Myers. Graduating summa cum laude, a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy and an International Baccalaureate candidate, Patrice L. Myers. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar, recipient of the Hope College Legacy Scholarship and the Hope College Presidential Scholarship and the President of our National Honor Society, Natalie R. Schiller. Graduating summa cum laude, recipient of the Alma College Presidential Scholarship, the Alma College Scholars Summit Award, the Alma College Referral Award, the Alma College Scottish Hospitality Award, a Scholastic Art and Writing Awards Gold Key, and a Scholastic Art and Writing Awards Silver Key, Emma E. Smiley. Graduating summa cum laude and a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, recipient of an Indiana University at Bloomington Academic Scholarship and an Ohio State University Academic Scholarship, Claire M. Spindler. Graduating summa cum laude, Madeline M. Stevens. Graduating summa cum laude and the top scholar, Troy W. Tanis. Graduating summa cum laude, salutatorian, top scholar, United States Presidential Scholar nominee, University of Michigan Mathematics Scholarship, a Scholar Instrumental Award, the MSU Alumni Distinguished Scholarship Competition Participant, the Oxford Women's Club Scholarship, and the United States Marine Corps Scholastic Award, Martha Rose Y. Wolf. Graduating summa cum laude and the valedictorian of the class, a top scholar with the seal of biliteracy, an international baccalaureate candidate, a national merit finalist, a national merit finalist package at the University of Alabama, a first robotics competition Dean's List semifinalist, and recipient of the Stephen J. Mobley Scholarship, Andrew T. Hazelton.
We're going to call those last two up, just in case you missed that. These are our Val and Sals. We have two salutatorians this year and one valedictorian. I can tell you that the distinction between those is very, very, very small. They both take a lot of brilliance, an incredible amount of talent, even more hard work, and a lot of competitiveness. So first I will announce one of our salutatorians who wasn't able to make it today, Mr. Elia Levy. Our second salutatorian is U of M bound Martha Rose Wolf. And our valedictorian is University of Alabama bound Andrew Hazelton. And before they sit down, I would like to extend those applause to every student sitting up here on stage for their hard work and dedication over these last 4 years. So students, on behalf of our entire staff and administration, I would like to convey how very proud of you are for all of your accomplishments and how excited we are to recognize all of your hard work and dedication in your time at Oxford High School. Each of you sitting here today has demonstrated a commitment to learning and to your growth as an individual. I think it's safe to say that you have always taken your learning into your own hands. But I'm sure you never would have imagined how much so that during the pandemic and this difficult year's journey. We can't ignore the fact that your teachers and coaches have worked very, very hard to support you during this time, but I think that a phrase has to be taken to a whole new level, and it takes on a whole new meaning. The work you have developed has built a foundation that will carry you on with you to your next stage in life. In fact, for most of you, it is now a part of who you are. This character trait, and most of the others you have developed along the way, are just as important, if not more important, than all of the information you have retained in your courses. Seniors, congratulations for all of your accomplishments. For our staff and parents at home, let's please give our graduating class one final round of applause. This concludes our evening. I will see everybody at 8:45 tomorrow. Make sure you call your friend who's going to be late. Make sure they're on time. For the rest of you, you are free to stick around and take some pictures, ask questions. The venue is yours.